This video is sponsored by Squarespace, but more about them later. My name is Jono, and I am an artist working in graphite, specializing in hyperrealism and surrealism.
Confidence is a really interesting one for me. I think it's something that ebbs and flows. And so I've interviewed a bunch of friends and people in the creative industry to try and just tease out what brought us the confidence to begin with and how to maintain it.
So I'm Rupert Green. I'm, a designer and a sculptor and an artist. And I make cool objects out of all different types of materials. Steel, brass, aluminium. I just want to try everything.
My name's Jemma Mckenzie. I'm a sculptor. I finished art school at the end of 2022 and I jumped into getting a studio in Cape Town. I love the process of creating, from the visualization to the process of working with my hands.
So my name is Mike. Some people call me Michael, and I'm a musician and I'm a student music therapist.
All of us have different paths or different walks of life. Jemma has just come out of art school. It's an interesting perspective to get that of someone who's just starting out and building their confidence across the board to someone like Rupert, who's been doing this for such a long time and has established that confidence, and try and tease out what the journey from one space to the other space might be. I also had the honor of chatting to Mike, who is an incredible musician, but also a psychologist, and I thought could be a bit of an authority from a psychological perspective. One of the first questions that kind of cropped up was whether confidence is something that's internally cultivated or if it's something we gain from external validation, and what those two spheres look like, how they might intersect, which one's better than the other one. It's kind of a tough one to distinguish.
Yeah, I don't know. It's where I don't ever feel not confident, I'd say, but I'm shy. I'm a hermit. I feel very confident in this room, but I like to be kind of anonymous and stuff everywhere else. So the external validation came from as soon as I started getting paid to do this work.
When I was in high school, I was entering a lot of drawing competitions. I was doing really well, and I was getting a lot of confidence from people coming up to me and congratulating me or saying that they really liked what I was doing. I think it was completely external validation that was fueling my own self-belief.
I remember in primary school being on stage. I had to sing a song and do a little dance, and that was my moment. And I remember feeling very energized and very confident. And I think it was largely due to the audience. I just loved being watched.
The path that each of us take is a different one. Some of us were born with a sense of confidence. Rupert seems to be super confident, whereas I distinctly remember having a moment of losing absolute confidence and not actually being able to speak in front of anyone, almost wanting to hide behind my craft. Across again to Mike, who is a natural performer and found this invigoration, found life from the act of performing, and that was almost like a feedback loop of confidence for him. Whatever your inherent position was on the confidence spectrum, it can always change, and it does always change, but we can do things to try and cultivate it and to try and shift our position into one that more favors what we want to be doing. Here's a little story about how I started drawing.
My mom used to read me Lord of the Rings books. We had these artistic renderings of scenes from the Lord of the Rings, and then I was obsessed with those and would copy from them and draw from them. But I was often really disappointed with my drawings. And a lot of my friends were also quite creative. So I had one friend in particular, Jean, who was really good at drawing. And then he told me to stop trying to draw the outline. So I'd try and draw the outline just out of my head, looking at it. And obviously it was very, very wrong. And he gave me the first tip, and he was like, maybe try starting with the part that interests you the most and just kind of expand out from that, building on from that a little bit. And it unlocked something huge for me. So I went from, I enjoyed drawing, it was an okay thing to do, but I wasn't feeling very confident, to receiving this very effective small little hint and seeing dramatic change very quickly, and then developing confidence, and then started incorporating that into my identity, actually feeling I'm confident in this. This is also who I am. So now I'm someone who can draw. And that was a big moment.
We also have control of our environment, and that's a space that we can cultivate. It's something that takes time, but knowing that we have the right tools for the job can help us take on things that we otherwise wouldn't have.
I feel so plugged into what I'm doing and how to get what I can't do done in the environment here. My peer group, are all at an arm's length to help out or give you advice on something. It's just a really great network here that's built organically over time for me, and that's something that would be quite difficult to replace if I were to ever change my location.
One of the themes that we unpacked during these talks was the importance of a sense of community. But it's a slippery thing. On the one hand, you can start drawing comparisons and maybe develop a healthy relationship with that community. And instead of uplifting you, you can look for reasons why you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. There's other people who are better. And if you want the best at what you're doing, it's not worth pursuing, which is such a toxic mindset to take on and can really stifle confidence in the practice that you're trying to pursue.
Like at art school, when there was a group crit and there's 20 people standing around you talking about your work or challenging your work, it's always very intimidating. And I remember like a couple months into first year and being like, why am I here? Like I should have just started drawing, like I should have just started creating. Like I want to stop. I don't have the emotional strength to get through this. And I'm so glad that I did, because it almost like wiped my slate clean. They were telling us to like think out the box. First it really annoyed me because it was what I'd become really good at. But then I just started exploring so many different things that I never would have done. Confidence getting knocked, and then having to experiment with a bunch of different things that were completely outside of my comfort zone, and then building up from that. And I feel much more like grounded now. I was growing from one spot upwards, and then I just toppled over, and now it's like my roots have spread out. There's like a foundation, and I haven't grown that big yet, but the foundation's wide.
Most creative people would hopefully understand that, that failure is a part of the journey, and it's also something that doesn't go away, ever. And the beauty is to be able to embrace it, and if you're working with any kind of creative meaning, then you transform failure into something beautiful. That's the purpose of art, I think, is transformation, or one of the purposes. Again, I think it's acceptance and honesty. Failure is an opportunity to really look at yourself with an intense level of honesty. And often we shy away from that, but those are golden moments to really see yourself as you are. And if you can embrace that and embrace yourself in the moment of failure, then by the time you step up again into a level of success, it's going to be, I think, all the more richer, because you've been able to be with yourself at your lowest.
Something that we've all got in common on our journeys is having some knocks to our confidence. And these are really crucial. Something I noticed is that we all become students again in these troughs, in these lows. And that's an important anchoring point to slowly start building those layers up in a more realistic and sustainable way.
So I think it's important that you have people around you that have confidence in you. I think that's essential. I don't know any musicians that continue to do what they do unless they have at least one person that's in their corner that believes in them.
Knowing how powerful the role that your community plays in helping you be confident and uplifting you is an important one to acknowledge. So this is Jess. She's been working super hard on this video. Both of us have been trying to get it to a point that we can both feel proud of. And it's been really difficult, but it's been beautiful, because a lot of the things we discussed in this video have come to light in the process as well. In summary, confidence has been a huge part of my life, a part of Jess's life. Everyone that I work with, everyone in the studio, we all have dynamic relationships with confidence. I think that that's what this video is about, is trying to shine a light on the different phases of confidence and the crucial moments. And those crucial moments are those troughs, those dips, and being compassionate for that version of ourselves.
At any moment, that confidence can be knocked, and knowing that you have resources around you, whether that's a community, whether that's learning how to be present and patient.
The tools that we have, our space that we've cultivated.
Or just even allowing yourself to fall and allowing that moment to pass and learn from it.
The fall is important. We have to be able to fall. It's so, so important.
Before in this video, let me give a quick shout out to this video sponsor, Squarespace. I've been working with them for a couple of years now, and they've played a huge role in my career, not only in sponsoring these videos and helping me maintain this channel, but early on in my career, I was looking for a beautiful way to build and showcase my work. And I didn't have time to learn HTML and to build a website. I was looking for a way to show my work and make it easy for collectors to find me and get in touch with me. And I found that Squarespace did all of that effortlessly. I never had to patch or upgrade anything. I could register a domain with them and set up an online store. And most importantly, I could design a portfolio and show my work the way that I wanted to. Also, every time I got stuck, their amazing support team helped me out instantly. So if you're looking at building a website, give Squarespace a try. If you decide that you love them, use the soft code and get 10% off your first purchase.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really cool for Jess and I to work on it for much longer than we anticipated. But looking back on it, it's been an incredibly eye-opening and wonderful project. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.